a star tracker designed for anyone. Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. Joining us on behalf of Move, Shoot, Move Photography is Stephen Barnes. Hi, Stephen.
Hello, nice to be here.
Well, nice to meet you. I understand that you've been working with MSM just about from the start. So give us some background here.
Yeah, they started back in 2017, building small star trackers, the same thing they're still doing. I joined them maybe a year afterwards. I bought it and have been helping them as a brand ambassador since then.
Exciting. So MSM has what is called the NOMAD star tracker out there. Give us the overview of what it is and what it's designed to do.
Right. This is their second version. Well, the idea of a star tracker is at night, there's a lot of things in the sky that you can't see just because they're so dim. So the sky is full of stuff. Some things big, 5 times the size of the moon are out there. It's so dim you can't see it. So for photography, what we want to do is capture as much light as possible. When you open a shutter, leave it open, all that light just combines to brighten up whatever's out there. So as long as we leave it open for the longer, we get more light and we can see what's out there in pitch darkness. The problem is the Earth is rotating, and from our point of view, the stars are fixed in space and not moving. So if we leave the shutter open on a camera aimed at space, it looks like the stars moved across the field. To solve this problem, a star tracker rotates your camera at the same speed the Earth rotates, so the star stays in the same position in the frame. And that's the whole point of star trackers. It's just a clock. It just turns with the same rotation as the Earth.
The idea of using one of these, a star tracker, may sound intimidating to a lot of people. So step us through the process here. And I guess it really isn't all that intimidating, at least with this product, right?
Not with this product. That's one of Move Should Move has 3 main goals: to make it very simple, very inexpensive, and very portable. And they won't change their design outside of those 3 goals. And so even the first product had additional features. The first model, the rotator, they got rid of those in a NOMAD. The NOMAD has an on-off switch now. That's it. You screw a ball head to it, put your camera on the ball head, turn it on, and it turns with the Earth. In order to align it so that it knows, so that it's turning in the right direction, you have to polar align the tracker. Move Should Move has simplified that by using a laser pointer. And in the northern hemisphere, you've got Polaris. All you have to do is attach the laser to the star tracker, point it at Polaris, and now you're polar aligned. It's that simple, much simpler than any other device, star tracker out there, or equatorial mount.
And so then you turn the laser off and it's
yes, set. You turn it on just to polar align, just get pointed in the right direction.
When people see these wonderful images of the Milky Way, I guess some are using a star tracker, some maybe aren't. What are the advantages to using one?
Primarily noise. The longer you leave the shutter open, the less noise will be in the image, the less dirt. That plus you can bring out more colors. All the colors of the nebulas that are out there in the Milky Way, you can't see on a short exposure. So the longer you can leave it open, the better the image is going to be.
So how long is long when you're talking about something like that?
That depends on the focal length of your camera or your lens. So if you're shooting wide field like Milky Way, you can 2 minutes is good. I've seen people go up to 8 minutes using a star tracker. Without it, you're limited at about 10 seconds.
Is it possible for you to share some of your work with us so we can take a look?
Sure. This is in the middle of the Milky Way. This is, I believe, the Lagoon Nebula here and Trifid up here. These are shot actually with the previous version of the Star Tracker. See, normally these are all deep space objects that are out there in space as an Andromeda galaxy. It's huge. This one here is 5 times the size of the Earth. You can barely see it without a tracker. To get anything like this where you can see the objects that are out there, the different colors, things you'll need a star tracker for.
And these were not taken with a telescope?
Actually, these were taken with a very small telescope. This is it here. So it's the previous version of the star tracker, Move Your Move, and a very tiny telescope. But in something like this, where you're including the foreground, you'll take 2 different images. So you'll use a star tracker to move as it moves to capture the sky, and then you'll take a separate static image of the foreground and blend them together in Photoshop. So the real hard work isn't taking the photos, it's processing them afterwards.
Well, that is really terrific, Stephen. So I understand pricing starts at about $230. So it's not, if you're at all serious about photography, sounds like a very worthwhile investment.
Oh yes, they try to keep it very inexpensive. A starting point for anybody who wants to get into shooting space.
Terrific. And the site is moveshootmove.com. Well, Stephen Barnes, thank you for spending time with us.
I'm glad to be here.